The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Make sure I'm not muted this week. Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Real Figures. This is episode number 7 or 7 for my non-speaking, Spanish-speaking buds. Yeah, man, my name is Omar V. Got a very awesome show this week, and I already see people jumping in the chat, man. See my man Laser Pants, he found me. God damn it. But yeah, man, say what's up with everybody right now after my hauls. Like I was saying, got a pretty decent show this week. I know I always say we got an awesome show, and I don't know, sometimes I kind of feel I'm kind of lying to you guys, but this week is going to be pretty decent. I'll just say that. But as always, I do want to go through my pickups, and then as people kind of trickle in, let us know what you guys are picking up, man. And then I'll say what's up to everybody after, man. Kicking it off, got the amazing Yamaguchi Catwoman. Let me get this thing focused. And yeah, bro, this thing is nice, man. She's dope, bro. Like, god damn it, the fucking focus on this camera kind of sucks right now because it's all black. I'm always wearing black myself too. But yeah, this Catwoman is nice, bro. Just barely opened it. Had it on pre-order through Hobby Genki, man. And I think they kind of like forgot about it because I had to email them to ship it out. So finally got my hands on it. It's pretty sick. I want to, I don't know. I always like the ladies that Rebel Tech does. I always kind of feel bad that I missed out on the Wonder Woman. I think that one was pretty dope. But yeah, I got that. And then keeping it with DC. Got this Kilowog and a Kyle Rayner 2-pack, so I had to go in for this, man. It's a little steep in the price, man. My man Todd is not. He's he's evolving, bro. His price tags are getting higher, man. So I think he's taking notes from like companies like Hasbro and other ones. Not Valiverse though, so Laser Pants, don't quote me on that yet, man. But yo, check out Kyle Rayner, bro. Double cheeked up on a Sunday afternoon. I don't know who got more, him or Selena. But yeah, I got that, and then keeping it with Todd. I went in for like this lottery that he kind of does on his like website, and my dumbass thought it was just the regular Spectre. I didn't even see that it was this one. And the regular one's kind of going like for $80, like in eBay and shit. So I was just like, I should have bought it when I had the chance when it went up for pre-order, but my dumbass just didn't. So I tried to go in for the like lottery, and ended up coming out with the Hal Jordan Spectre. Like I said, I didn't realize that it was for this one. Dude, this thing's going for like $150 on eBay. So I don't know. I might let go of it because I don't really have any kind of attachment to this version of Hal Jordan. But it does look pretty cool. So I don't know. Might have to rip into it. And also, Amazon got my freaking retro card back Duke. Like I've always said, I'm not really big on Joe's, but I don't know, man. Been looking at a picture of this guy. Scarlett's on the way. And yeah, I think I'm going to start getting back into Joe's, man. So excited to get into that one. And what else do I got? Oh yeah, right here. I'll talk some of these turtles today. Got the new Rage toys, aka Fury toys, aka not TMNT. It's kind of dangerous what these guys are doing with, like, you know, having to dance around the line and stuff. So they got to keep changing the name. But this thing is all right. It's pretty dope, man. I think when I got the Leo, what was it, last year or 2 years ago? I think I was more impressed by it, but I don't know. After kind of messing around with those Mescos for a while, like, I don't know, man. It's just kind of a little lackluster, but they're still beautiful figures. I think the sculpt and like just the accessories that they come with really carry these things, but they're dope. They're pretty dope. I'm still kind of hyped to kind of keep going. I just wish they would have all kind of came closer together, man, so you don't kind of lose the momentum on them. And then obviously I had to go for Master Splinter, so got the Master Splinter. This one's fire, bro. It's got a little bit like more limited range and stuff. Like I wish I had like more of a thigh cut. It's got like a thigh cut kind of in the hips. But this one's cool. Got the mutagen in the back and stuff. So yeah, I'm excited for the rest of them, man. And then also I had to get like an accessory pack, so it comes with like extra heads. Got the samurai head for the Donatello, so it's like Samurai Force. I think that's the name of them now. Got the little baby turtles too, so it's pretty dope line. Like I said, it's just kind of lost momentum for me after that first release, and it's just such a long wait for the next ones. Let me know if my mic's good, man. Last week I think my mic was coming through my earbuds, so kind of fucked up, man. But yeah, let me know if everything's good, and I'll say what's up to the chat, man, because like I said, the chat's already jumping. Let me say what's up to everybody. Dark G, the first guy in the chat, my man. Showtime, hell yeah, what's up, Dark G? In the building, we got Tyler L sliding in. What's up, Ty? Let's go with you, man. We got KJ. Sup, peace. What's up, KJ? Highly posable zone. Oh my, why the fuck didn't you tell me you had a new show? Laser Pants. Come on, bro. I knew the the information we get around. I always appreciate people that share and stuff, man. I'm always more of an introvert type of guy, so I don't really like tag people and all that other stuff. But I do appreciate the shares, guys. Appreciate the views, obviously, and just kind of coming in and hanging out. But this show to me is just like a fun hobby thing. Like I just like to kind of do this like on the side and just kind of come in and hang out. Like I don't really have any goals in mind for the show other than like growing it and probably just trying to, get as many subs as I can. And other than that, like if people want to enjoy, they can. And if they find it, they can. I'm kind of noticing that I'm getting like a lot of just different kind of viewers that I've never really interacted with on Instagram. So I feel like the YouTube thing is doing this thing, man. And let it be, B Rivera in the house. What's up, B? How's the cake? Man, bro, I'm telling you, man. Todd didn't skimp out. Future Rick in the house. What's up, Ricky? What's good, you, man? Dynamic Saturday's own Rick, the Ricksta. Do you have the Mayfax Catwoman? I do, man. I don't know, dude. I think the Yamaguchi outdid him, man. I think Kyoto outdid them guys, bro. Honestly. Like when I actually just recently got the reissue of the Catwoman. Because I remember just being hyped up on that figure. But I think this one is probably the best Catwoman in the market right now, man. DC all day. Yeah, he's excited for that one. I need Kilowog. Yeah, the Kilowog is dope, man. We got Dark Bulb in the house. What's up, Dark Bulb? Yeah, the lanterns are dope, man. Hell yeah, dude. You gotta pick up them 2-packs, man. I think Todd's cooking right now. That lantern 2-pack looks dope as fuck. Yeah, I know. Dude, I've been seeing like a lot of people like give like this blade to like Kyle Rayner. Like I guess he's got like a samurai kind of like thing going on. But like, dude, this thing is like a buster blader. I feel like Kilowog is gonna be handling this thing like a beast, bro. Yeah, it's awesome 2-pack, man. I don't know if it's worth the price at $70, but I don't know. I just had to go in for it, man. A lot of cool shit this year coming out, guys. Like a lot of cool stuff, man. I still have like stuff from my pile of loot that I was showing off last week that I haven't even unboxed either, man. So it's just like kind of having time to kind of open stuff, but also kind of catching myself and kind of telling myself to slow down a bit. 8 and Skate is in the building. What's up, 8? What's good with you, man? I like turtles. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Man, Wavy. Yeah, I had to, man. Had to go in for those retro card bags. I feel like they're doing it right, man. After so many tries or attempts, dude, it's like that first Duke. I remember like when I first got it, and I was just like, why am I getting these figures? I don't really know, I always kind of felt like the Cobra were like the better stuff. And the Joes were just kind of looking too lame. But that Duke looks great, man. That Duke looks pretty dope. So I had to go in for it, man. At $25, you can't go wrong. But yeah, as I was saying, we got a very stacked show this week. And or decent show, somewhat decent. I mean, we're gonna talk SUPER7. That's how bottom of the barrel I'm scraping here, you know what I mean? But first off, I wanted to start off with this banger of a figure, man. Here we have dude, I don't even know what this company is called. I was just distracted by it. Obviously, you guys can tell why. Here we have the Starman 1/6 Cammy figure. And yeah, guys, this thing got a lot of attention, guys. I wonder why, because yeah, kicking it off, I had to start off with some heat, man. This thing got my attention, and I'm not even a 1/6 collector, but man, Street Fighter is in full force right now, man. I feel like ever since Jada came out with the line, you're seeing like just a bunch of love towards it, along with like the Street Fighter 6 game that came out. You're just seeing like this franchise just kind of get revitalized. I don't know if it has to do with like Capcom loosening their grip on the license or just that much more excitement coming towards its like character rosters and stuff. But yeah, even the 1/6 guys are cooking, man. I know Medicom has made a 1/6 version of Cammy before, but it ain't nothing like this, man. Like, good lord, bro. Like, you guys want to talk cake? My man Kyle ain't got nothing on Cammy, bro. Like, look, caked up on a Sunday afternoon, but nothing on Cammy, dude. Good lord, man. Like, dude, and that's why I love like Japanese, like just creatives, like the video games, the action figures, the anime. They enjoy looking at a beautiful woman, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is like her like stretch move when she's like about to start fighting, and it's always just like a like yo, bro, let me look at that real quick. So yeah, dude, for them to kind of pose this out into this action figure like this is like they know what they're doing. This is the money shot right here. This is what we like to call the money shot. This is the pre-order now, think about it later, type of thing. Cause man, dude, they had this thing going around the internet, and I was like, yo, who's making this, man? And oh yeah, I got a picture of her face too. I didn't even realize. I was just like, yo, get the cake. Get the cake. But even the head sculpt looks fucking perfect, bro. It looks so good, man. Like, dude, Cammy is obviously a fan favorite for a lot of people. Gotta wonder why. She's a cool fighter, man. She's like a cool one of those cool fighters in the game, and more of like a deeper backstory too, man. So I'm sure this thing is gonna sell well. I gotta wonder if it's gonna be the only release they make, or if they attempt to make like a Chun-Li or something, because this thing is like caked up, bro. Like I can only imagine how they make Chun-Li if they're not shying away, with Cammy, because she's no slouch either. And yeah, for what it is, it has soft goods, got some soft goods action, got like the gauntlets, a few set of hands, but man, if they could just put the figure in there with no accessories, I don't think anybody would mind, bro. Because god damn, like seriously, I was just taken back by just such beauty in an action figure. And like, if this hobby is going anywhere, man, it needs to evolve to this right here. Like, this is where it needs to go. My man, go. God damn. Yeah. Like, dude, the evolution of action figures needs to take this. Yeah. Oh, she has a face too. Dude, that's what I said when I was posting the pics. I was like, oh, wait, there's her face right there. I had to at least get one, right? Oh man, dude, what a freaking figure, man. And it's like, yeah, you don't collect 1/6, but man, dude, something like this is just every time you look at it, you're just gonna smile. Like, there's no way you're not gonna smile like this. Talk about getting this one. Oh man, I would imagine, bro. Who isn't getting this one? I hate to ask who's getting it, because I feel like everybody got to get this thing. Seamless, yeah, exactly. Seamless body. Like, man, this is giving the company, like, I mean, obviously, don't really know much about this company, so you got to kind of wonder, just the quality on it, because obviously a seamless body is going to be a lot more technical to pull off. But I don't even have any idea on the price on this thing. This thing can be probably $500, man. So as far as I know, I've never heard anything about them. But I do like the promotional images they got going on with like the graffiti in the background, kind of, tying back to that Street Fighter kind of aesthetic and stuff. So like, I feel like they know what they're doing. And like, yeah, I'm joking here, but the face portrait, the head sculpt is really great. Like, that's a really beautiful looking Cammy, like really great. And I'm hoping that Jada could even pull half of this off. Obviously, it's a 1/12 scale figure for more of a a friendlier price point. But man, figures like this is always like, when I look at what's his name, Uncle Sam, when he repaints the Marvel Legends, I'm just like, God, man, like, dude, if action figures need to like evolve, man, it got to get to a point like that, bro, where it's just so fine detailed. Like, man, dude, like, they can charge up. It's just the head sculpts, they're always sculpted very well. But just when it gets painted in such detail and such beauty, it's just chef's kiss, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know. I myself, I'm joking, but yeah, if this thing is anywhere near like $400, I have to punt the brakes, man. But man, just as a freaking showpiece, like, look at that, man. And that's all the show we have for the evening, guys. So I do want to thank I do want to thank everybody, because yeah, I could have ended it right here, man. This thing is so great. Like, damn, dude. Let me just full screen this for a while just to enjoy it, man. Because yeah, that's what we're kicking it off with, the cheeky soldier. Oh man, yeah, dude. My man Liquid is in the building. What's up, Liquid? I know he's digging this one. Yeah, I love the comments for this one. Oh man, wait, we said wifey finna be pissed at me. Oh, that's funny, dude. Well, you just made it right on time. This isn't made in America. You goddamn right, dude. Oh man, I was talking about that. What was it, last week? I feel like I go on these rants every week, man. That's what I'm saying. Look at that new Star Wars game, Outlaw, coming out, dude. If a US company would have made this, they would have uglified her, bro. They would have not made such a pretty looking head sculpt. Like, You know what I'm saying? I hate to say that it's like all US companies, but if it was like a video game made in the US, you wouldn't be looking at this figure at all. This design, this character design, forget about it, dude. Like, forget about it. There's no way a character design like this is made in you know, the States or Western society at that. You know, this is all Japan, bro. This is just coming out strong, man. Coming out knowing who they're selling to, understanding who they're selling it to. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to like deny inclusivity and stuff, but man, know your audience. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the stuff that you know, a guy wants to live in when he's trying to disconnect from the real world. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at that. Good Lord. Oh man, golly. Yeah. You know, Chun-Li on the way. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, yeah, if they're making this, like, I can only imagine how good the Chun-Li looks. And I forget what costume she has where it's like, or what game it is where she has like that like alternate costume. But man, bro, even the Fortnite Chun-Li, like, good Lord, man. Star Wars Outlaw starring William Dafoe. Dude, it looks like the guy from I posted it in the Discord. It looks like the guy from the Warriors. Warriors come out and play. That thing looks hideous, bro. Like, oh man, it's crazy. I get it if she had articulated eyeballs and posed it between my wife's 1/6 EXO Star Trek figs. Oh man, bro, articulated eyes would just, oh man, you know the stuff that would get done with this figure. No way that's happening. But yeah, one last look, one last gander at this beautiful, beautiful figure. Because from there, have to move on, guys. Move on to this other 1/6 figure. Here we have the 301604's Gold Ranger. If you guys are familiar with Power Rangers, man, this is the series directly. No, not directly after MMPR. I lied because they had Alien Rangers. It gets forgotten, but this was the one right after. They kind of reintroduced some of the like the original cast, and here we have Jason, man. To me, he becoming the Sixth Ranger was like always kind of a cool way for him to kind of get a send off in the live action series, because you know, if you follow the comics, he becomes the Omega Ranger Red. But Gold Ranger was always just such a cool design to me when I was a kid, man. I just thought he was like the coolest guy. And I feel like, you know, Jason was deserving of that because everybody loved the Red Ranger until Tommy came and showed up, man, stole the thunder, dude. And everybody just loved the Green Ranger, man. But Red Ranger was always like really awesome. And Jason was just such a cool leader. It was kind of cool to see him become the Sixth Ranger and a following season, man. And the design, you know, sick as hell too, man. I kind of forget like the backstory on this. I think it was like an alien type of like morpher and stuff that he kind of came across or something. And I don't know if it was kind of like draining him of power or if that was something that I read or something, but it was always kind of like a cool backstory to the Stranger, man. I myself haven't picked up any of these 3-0 Power Rangers, but I have seen them display pieces. They do look really great, but I have heard that their bucks are kind of you know, left to be desired, you know, but at such a friendly price point for a 1/6 figure, I feel like that's understandable. And yeah, you guys kind of caught wind. They are releasing like the Zeo Force Rangers. I thought it was going to be only like singled out. I thought they were only going to do the red, but it looks like they have all of them. I don't know if that was in a pack or something, or if they're just kind of announcing that more on the way. I feel like with figures like this, they do need to do those pack versions though. Like they need to just pack them out. And this is one of the reasons why I don't understand why Hasbro didn't do that. Why they would just shut out the Lightning Collection license or line. They would just kind of close it out without just kind of redelivering like just perfect, you know, packed figures. You know, like I was enjoying I think it was like the Ninja Force or what was it? It was the Alien pack. They were dope, man, but I just wish they gave them all the new updated bodies in just one purchase. Even for the MMPR, I never even tracked down those like remastered versions. I guess they were like all pinless, all on the new bucks. I never went in for them. I felt like $30 was just a little bit too much for them. And that was kind of around the time that I got my hands on the Mezco Green Ranger, where I was just like, you know what, I'll just wait for the Mezcos. So I never went in for them, man. But looking at like just all the Rangers in the team, like it's hard to pass up on that. I don't know why Lightning Collection was spreading it out. Like, well, you get one here, then you get one there, and you get one here, and you get one there. It's like, that's stupid, man. You know, especially for like more iconic teams like this. I always felt like the Zero Force was like Like, the Zeo Rangers were always like, yo, these guys were deserving of like a remastered figures, man. Especially Tommy, man. This is like one of Tommy's more Rangers. So I feel like, yeah, it needed to get done right. And I just feel like, they have it up their sleeve, but it just kind of sucks to know that they're not going to be making any Lightning Collection figures for like a good while, man. Zeo, the third generation of MMPR, yeah, they were like, I mean, a lot of people consider them second, but that's because the alien Rangers kind of get forgotten. And that was like a very short season. I believe it was only like 8 episodes or so. But they were directly after that. So a lot of people kind of just think this is what came exactly after Mighty Morphin. But yeah, this was always a very sick team too. It had like 2 of the previous Red Rangers, Tommy, the previous White Ranger, Adam, the previous Black Ranger. So yeah, it had a very strong team. The previous Pink Ranger and the previous 3 of the previous Red Rangers, including this Gold Ranger, man. So I feel like this piece is pretty dope, man. If you're a huge Power Ranger fan, but it just kind of makes me sad that we're not getting anything 112 from like any company, I have been seeing some like third party like stuff coming out and like some SH Figuarts kind of doing some kind of Sentai stuff. But like, man, I want like the old school American stuff that we got to kind of grow up with, man. I wish there was like a line that was really doing it right, because I feel like Lightning Collection had its thunder, man, but it was just kind of handled really poorly to me. Like they never even had a HasLab. I don't know why. Like, why not just, like I said, why not just put the offering out there, see if it funds? Obviously you're gonna have to do a little bit of investment to get the prototypes ready and all that stuff. But I felt like there was a fan base for it, man. And it kind of just sucks that they kind of bought this IP and they haven't really been able to figure it out, But yeah, if you guys are interested, this is up on the 30 website. I believe it's around $140 around there. Could be a little bit off, but yeah, be on the lookout for this one if you guys are interested, man. I love the first 8 seasons. Yeah, there was some good ones, man. Like even Turbo. I like Turbo. I like In Space. I think that was the last one I saw, was like In Space, man. But yeah, very fond memories of Power Rangers, man. I just wish there was like I said, like a good license for it. I am digging like the Mezco stuff for what it's worth. But like I said, when it's like more of a domestic line, it's just, I don't know, it's just more friendlier to handle. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people are comparing the Ben Reilly Mafex versus the Hasbro Marvel Legends. I like the Marvel Legends. I'm not gonna lie, I like that one better than the Mafex, and it's just like even cheaper too, like at a way friendlier price point. It's like, man, when I have handle the Mafex, it's like, man, I still in the back of my mind are like, am kind of a little bit timid and like moving stuff. It's like, man, I feel like it could just snap at any given moment, and it's just like, that's not, when you're trying to play with stuff and pose it around, it's like, that's not as fun, So I felt like Hasbro, for their lighting collection stuff, they were hitting it, man. In 1999, like that was pretty dope. But it was just too spread out for me, Like I think there's like, I don't even know how many unfinished teams there are, but it was just, they should have just made them packs, like maybe packs of 3 even, and stuff like that. I don't know, but it just kind of sucks. They didn't really know what to do with it, man. My man Johnny in the house, yo, Johnny, man, yo, guys. You guys not sub to Johnny's new YouTube. He's got a YouTube too, Laser Pants. It's called Casually Articulated, man. Guy goes live Friday, so be on the lookout for that. My man Johnny's cooking, man. So it's good to see Johnny in the chat. What's Abel saying? He said, I'd personally love more comic stuff if Hasbro brings lighting collection back out of hiatus. Yeah, the comic stuff is dope. Like even like those zombie rangers, those like kind of fresh kind of going on right now. Like that's sick, bro. That would be pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Like to get creative with the stuff, man. It's cool designs, bro. Make cool action figures, Laser Pants, what? Lil John, what? But yeah, be on the lookout for this one. Like I said, guys, it's already on the 30 site. But from there, move on to another Hasbro property. We got G.I. Joe. And here we have, man, I feel like they announce a vehicle, they ship it out to the people, or they take the people's money, and then they got the repaint ready to go. Because here we have, what's this guy named? Wreckage and Tiger Paw ATV. So clear repaint of the Ferret, and also a repaint of, I believe, Firefly, if I'm not mistaken. So got like a easy repaint for him. Kind of rank up your Joe's team and stuff. Like I said, not really too familiar with G.I. Joe's, but yeah, this thing sold out apparently, like on Hasbro Pulse and on Target. For what it's worth, when I first saw it, I didn't see a lot of excitement. I think a lot of people kind of thought that it looked kind of goofy and stupid. But to me, it's, I mean, at a $55 price point, you get a figure, And this ATV, it kind of looks Jurassic Park like a little bit, you know. Like that's kind of what I see when I see the wheels and stuff. And that's just one of the things that I've always noticed with like the Tiger Force. It's just such ugly like repaints, you know. It's like I wouldn't mind repaints if they look cool, but it's just like the Tiger Force just they look a little bit ugly, you know what I'm saying? And like it's just too orange and red. It's just too much. Like I wish it was just like obviously it's like Tiger, but I wish it was done a little bit cleaner, you know, like in a better kind of deco. But obviously, you know, these are kids' toys at the end of the day. This was like a kids property line and stuff, you know, they're your action figures. So you know, you gotta kind of make it fun. Sorry, my fucking phone's going off. But yeah, any of you guys going for this, or were you guys excited for it? Like when you saw it, and were you able to nab before it sold out? Because like I said, it sold out pretty fast. I was actually kind of surprised by that, man. I think the figure looks pretty cool. I mean, I'm like I said, I'm not familiar with Joe's, but if it's another guy for the good guys, he doesn't really look like a good guy though. Like that's the thing. That's the thing that stood out to me the most. So this guy looks like a bad guy. Yeah, obviously if he's a repaint of Firefly, kind of obvious, you know. Man, Johnny says, yeah, I'm just a casual YouTuber. YouTuber Johnny back. Omar doing his thing. Lost Cause crew come back at some point. Where Boncho at? Yeah, hey, bro. Never say never, bro. We come back like when the world needs us. Yeah, that's what Laser Pants saying. Figure looks good. Don't care about the ATV. Yeah, right. That's kind of true. I kind of have to agree with that. The figure does look pretty cool. Because like I said, see his deco, he's got like the tiger stripe camo. And it's done right. Like he doesn't have the helmet's cool to have like the yellow and the orange type of like, you know, deco on it. But the figure itself, like if you just showed me this like blank, I wouldn't know it's Tiger Force, you know, like I just wouldn't know because it doesn't stand out so much. I say that when he's got the fucking decal on his shoulder pad and stuff. But this just looks, yeah, this looks like something you would see like a guy in the woods, you know, just not, you know, very kind of blended into his surroundings and stuff. Not some bright fucking orange you can spot out clearly. But yeah, any of you guys in the chat going for this thing? Because like I said, man, as a toy, it looks pretty cool. It looks fun, you know. I did like that ferret, but I didn't go in for it just because, like I said, I'm slowly dipping my toes back into it, and I think I just want to stick to more like the main guys. But man, the toys that these guys are making are pretty dope, man. And even if Laser Pass isn't here, I would still say this, man. It's like I feel like they're kind of adjusting their price points a little bit, kind of knowing that that you know Valaverse is on their heels and stuff, you know, because you know his price points are pretty friendly, and I feel like if that wouldn't have been around, I feel like they would have charged somewhere around $70 for this, honestly. But I feel like they're kind of having to adjust, you know, with the market and you know, put stuff out there that people are gonna cop, man. Because like I said, this thing sold out quick. My man A saying I'd pick him up if I see him on the shelf at Target. Okay, yeah, I mean, damn, that still exists. Like people still go to the stores and shit. Because I feel like that's kind of where we're going now, man. I feel like Todd's bringing that back with his chase figures, man. But yeah, I feel like that's always like it's hard to pass up on stuff, right? Like if you see the stuff in store. Cause man, like pre-ordering is just such a drag sometimes, man. Like I don't like to do it. I don't like to do it. Like even this like Catwoman, I didn't even have it pre-ordered on Hobby Genki. Once I started seeing people get emails of it shipping, I hit up the site. I went to get notified when they get like stock, and you know, checked out my email and I got it. Like I don't like the whole pre-order process anymore. It's to me, it just kind of kills a lot of excitement. Some of the times, like even in my HLJ, like I have that Moon Knight, you know, Rebel Tech in there, and it's like I forgot about that thing. I just forgot about it. You know, I haven't paid attention. And it's just like I got an email the other day saying, "Hey, look at your open pre-orders," and I went through them. I was like, "Oh, that's cool. Got some cool stuff coming on the way." And then I looked at my private warehouse. I'm like, "Oh shit, I got this in there. I forgot about it." So it's like, it just kind of kills a little bit of excitement for me, man. You know, because yeah, sometimes when you do ship out that stuff, you just have like a pile of stuff, and it's just like you don't give each thing its time. Even like this week, I was like, man, I went through that Catwoman. I played a little bit with this TMNT Donatello. And it's like, dude, yeah, these are cool stuff. But it's like I still have the Mesco TMNT set on my table, you know, and it's like, damn, dude, like, you know, it's like literally the same property. You know, it's not the same toy, not the same company, but it's like literally the same property. It's like I'm not giving it its fair time, you know. So it's always kind of a drag. And I know Rick has mentioned that on his show about him like doing photography on like older stuff. kind of going back and enjoying some older stuff, because sometimes you just get caught up in the hype of things, and it's like, man, dude, on to the next thing. Let me go on my Instagram timeline and find out what we're playing with next. And it's like, yeah, that sometimes is not the best thing. So it's always kind of cool to have like a want list, but just kind of take your time and go through that stuff and really enjoy the stuff, man. As I go on my little tangent, I forgot where the hell I left off, but yeah, anybody else picking this up other than 8 if he sees it in store? Like I said, I'll pass on the OG one. I think I would have gone for the regular color version, man, even though I do like this figure better than the other one. And I gotta wonder, is that it? Like, will they not ever put out any more, like, other than like maybe like the restock that comes in when the stuff lands and starts shipping out? Like, is that it? Like, I have to doubt it. I have to doubt that. I see a lot of comments of people saying, hey, just take the figures out and just put the ATVs out there for like, $40 or $35. Like, that would work too. Shit, like that would work a lot better, I think, if you just kind of put the ATVs out there. Like, you don't need the figures. You got plenty of Joes, plenty of bad guys you could stick on there and stuff like that. I feel like I heard a lot of that commentary with the Trouble Bubble. It's like, just put the Trouble Bubbles out there, and see how they sell. And you might get maybe a few more people. Maybe you get less, but I highly doubt it. And Tyler always said, I'll wait for the repaint for the Joes. That's funny that you made that comment, Tyler. I remember when we were talking about the fair, you were like, I'll wait for the repaint. Like a week later, we got this thing. So yeah, you probably don't have to wait that long, man. They don't do pre-orders to Hawaii at Target. Sucks. Oh, okay. So yeah, that's pretty understandable then. Will Jenny weapons gummy as well. Yeah, was Johnny saying? So I'm actually digging the new Joe's hitting right now, but the gummy plastic is horrible. Yeah, that's what I always hear, man. That's what I always hear. And I have to wonder if that was like a 2023 problem, because I've been picking up some of the Hasbro stuff from this year. Not everything, but like just some of the X-Men 97 wave. And I've been like praising that stuff for it being like durable, like good quality plastic. Even the paint apps are like on point. So I have to wonder if that was like even the Spider-Man the Spider-Mans that I was showing off last week. They felt good. And I remember picking up the Ant-Man from last year. Great figure. It just was like gummy as hell, dude. Like, what the fuck? It sucks. I don't know if they're readjusting and improving quality on there, but yeah, they're doing something different, man. But I don't know if the Joes that you're picking up are from this year, but they can't be cheaping out on stuff, man, because I think people are gonna be turned off by it. The X-Men 97 have got pretty good, yeah. I've been like thoroughly praising them because I feel like they've been doing that right, man. Like, and I would think that that's where they cheap out, where it's like friendlier price points, like $25. I feel like that's where they kind of tend to cheap out on stuff, but something like this where it's a more premium price, it's like I would think they would kind of trick it out. I wonder what the quality on the ATV is going to be like when people get that in, because I have been seeing people pick up the Vamp and digging that. I kind of trashed that Vamp when it came out, not the look of it, but just the price. I thought it was overpriced. And now that I look at this other stuff coming out, I'm like, man, I said $80. I said $80 for that Vamp. I don't know if that's what they charged. I think it was $100. I don't know. I feel like they could have brought that price down. But yeah, so far I've been hearing nothing but good things, man. And from there, keeping it with Hasbro, we move on to this 2-pack Hank Pym, Jevan Dy. And yeah, man, this thing is already landing in people's laps, bro. This thing went up for pre-order, Hasbro Pulse, and shipped immediately, man. So this is kind of Hasbro doing something right for once. No, just kidding, man. But I feel like they're doing something right like this way, because like I was just saying about pre-orders kind of killing the mood and kind of just killing the joy of stuff. Ordering something and it getting shipped right away, it's pretty dope feeling, man, because this thing, not only just ordering it, but getting it revealed, ordering it, and then it getting shipped directly is pretty dope. I haven't pre-ordered it yet. Like I said, when I was gathering this stuff, I didn't even realize that it was shipping already. But I do want it, man. I do want this thing because yeah, this Giant Man and Wasp look pretty freaking dope. Price point wasn't crazy either. I believe it was $50. So like I said, I feel like they're adjusting stuff because I feel like this pack probably would have been $60 last year or a year and a half ago, man. But yeah, pack looks great. And I don't know if you guys follow Fake Guys on Twitter. Man, he's been selling this shit to me. He has like this, like, because you know how like SH Monster Arts make, like 6-inch, like, kaijus and stuff. He's been having this Giant Man like fight his SH Monster Arts and like building setup. And I'm like, that looks so dope, bro. Like, damn, he has like fighting like Godzillas and stuff, like or Gundams. I mean, it's just looks sick and like a city like little diorama that he has. I'm like, yeah, that's dope, man. That's it's like really using your head and shit, your brain power. Cause yeah, that looked like a lot of fun. And I'm like, yeah, I want something like that. Cause that's what I always kind of said about like a Ultraman. And it's just like, yeah, this dude scales up so you can kind of fight your monster arts. So it just looks like, they're like giants and stuff. So that is cool. And I think the big controversy here was that like, why wasn't this in the HasLab? I myself didn't mind that it wasn't in the HasLab because I didn't go in for the HasLab. And I honestly would have felt some type of way if this wasp would have been behind that paywall. I think the Giant Man, the Hank, it could have been easily in there as like, a shrunken down version, and then obviously the upscale giant version. But for me, I definitely wanted access to this wasp, and I'm pretty stoked now that I can get this Giant Man shrunken down. Obviously, I'm not gonna get the HasLab, but I can still get them and put them in my display on my shelf next to my Avengers relatively easy, because I feel like when people get that Giant Man, that thing is gonna be standing in the corner of your room, bro, somewhere. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be displayed with the rest of your Avengers. Maybe you can figure it out, but my shelf space, I just wouldn't allow it, man. I think the figure looks great. The HasLab look great. I don't know. I just kind of thought about it like, man, do I have room for this? Like, not really, man. Is it cool? Yeah, it's definitely cool. Would this have like probably nudged me over the edge to kind of get it? Potentially. I think I would have been a little bit pissed off by it, but I think I would have had to go in for it because the wasp looks freaking great. Like, she looks awesome, like she looks great. The head sculpts look perfect. Like it looks really dope. Pinless body. I definitely would have felt some type of way if this would have been in the HasLab and kind of forced my hand into going in for it, man. So I am kind of stoked that I have the ability to still get it without having to fund a HasLab. So it's always pluses and minuses because I did hear people say that it's like, man, this should have been in the HasLab, and I think that I think I could have justified that more when it came to that fucking rocket launcher that they did with the Joes. That should have been in the HasLab for the fucking tank. That should have been one of the tiers because that deserved to go with that, because them putting up for pre-order, it's like if you don't have the tank, it's like you're not even looking to pre-order that. Like, you don't really need to. That's specifically for the people that have that tank, and it's like, then why didn't you kind of include that in there as a tier? You know what I'm saying? Obviously, it's just different kind of ways to kind of manage a crowd fund. So I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of content with the way the Marvel Legends team handled this one, man. Let me see what this guy's chat saying. He said this 2-pack is tempting for sure. I think so, man. I think it's worth the price. Like I said, I have to go over to pre-order it. What I'm fucking doing though is I'm not pre-ordering from Pulse. I'm waiting for this thing to show up on Nerdzoic or on BBTS because I think it is. I honestly think it is. I don't think those Hasbro Pulse exclusives are worth a damn. I think it's just like a timed exclusive, and then you're gonna see it somewhere else. I'm not gonna pay shipping for this crap. No way, no how. $50 is a fair price. That's perfectly fine. But I'd rather get it, and potentially order something else from another site and just kind of have it all ship at once, So I'm definitely not going for it at Hasbro Pulse. And I am gambling. I am fucking playing chicken with them. But I think I'm gonna see this on BBTS maybe in a month, maybe 2, maybe 3. But I'm not going in for it on Pulse. I have seen stuff sell out. Obviously, that Daredevil 3-pack. I played that game with that. I feel like an idiot. I should have gone in for it. Didn't go for it. But I have seen stuff like the Iron Man with the freaking with the cannon. That thing was clearanced out on Amazon for like $30 or $25 or something. Like, some other times you just, I don't know, if you can save yourself some change. I'm not dying to get these figures in hand. They are gonna look really good on my Avengers shelf, but I can wait. I don't have any need to kind of going for it now, man. But yeah, let me see what the chat's saying about this, man. Johnny, what's Johnny saying? Johnny talking shit about this thing. My shit dying? My shit freezing? Oh man, did I freeze, guys? Let me know. Guys, am I here? Okay. My shit was freezing, bro. Guys, am I here? Let me know. Say, I have nothing but bad things to say about this 2-pack. Fuck, man. I think I'm dying, bro. I think I'm freezing. Damn it. Oh, man. Let me know, guys. Shit, man. Is it glitchy? Is it glitchy for you? Shit. Okay. I think I'm good, according to the chat. Was it good for you like it was for me? Man. Dude, I can't highlight the chat. That's what sucks, man. God damn it. But yo, new comments are coming in, man. I'll try to read them. If I can't highlight them, guys, I just can't get rid of Johnny's comment now on my screen. Oh man. Let me see if I can sign on. We back. I lied, guys. I just want to take another look at Cammy's ass. Good lord. Yo, sorry about that, guys. My thing was glitching up, man. I was like, dude, I could like read the comments and stuff, and I saw you guys saying that you could hear me. But yeah, I was just frozen, like it didn't click or anything. But yo, I know where we left off. Not that lost. My man Johnny was talking shit about this 2-pack. Ortega slide in. Ortega, what's up, man? Ortega to the rescue. What's StreamYard has been shit for me lately. They're having issues. Is it StreamYard? Man, let me find out it's StreamYard, bro, because they're charging an arm and a leg now, man. God damn. But yeah, let me know if you guys are picking up this 2-pack, man, because like I said, I gave my thoughts on it. I did hear a little bit of controversy about it being, having to be in the HasLab, but I'm content with it not being in there. I think I like this a lot better because some of the stuff I feel like it's necessary though, and it shouldn't be early bird. Like I'll keep going back to that Engine of Vengeance. That was the poorest I've ever seen any crowdfund be handled, dude. Like them making that thing an early bird figure, it's like it needs to be in there, guys. You can't just fucking say, hey, this is early bird and demand everybody line up to fund it. Like, no, dude, that's not cool, bro. That needed to be in there. Everything else is just, it's all fucking extra. But the Robbie Reyes driver needed to be in there. For this 2-pack, I don't think any of these needed to be in there. Maybe Hank, maybe him. But I think it kind of kept the price down on the HasLab, and now you're able to like get it either way, So yeah, let me know, guys. Let me know if you guys are my man Ortega. Yeah, he knows what figure I'm talking about. I got it coming $7 shipping. Used to be 21. Okay, is that what they're charging for shipping on Hasbro Pulse? Shit, I might have to eat my words and go over there. That's not bad at all, man. Andy's in the house. What's up, Andy's? Say with the Starbucks Wi-Fi. Hey, bro, it's raining over here, dog. It's the rain, man. Rain's fucking it up. Hey, man, this chat's jumping, man. You guys are freaking on it today, man. So we got Rojo's in the building and just hopped into Cammy's ass. Is the first thing I see. God damn, bro, dude, that was, man, what a figure, bro. Yeah, check the replay to hear my thoughts on that one because that was a heater. It is nice that we can get these two without having a back that has that. Only good thing I can say about it. Yeah. And that applies to me. And this is all I care about is me. So I don't give a fuck what you guys think. No, just kidding. Yeah, that's the only thing that I saw that was a plus, man. Obviously, people want this stuff to be in the HasLab, but you have to know the price is going up. You ain't gonna get these two figures, and the price would have been the same. This thing would have jacked up the price, not $50, probably $60, $70. I'm good with this thing being separate, man. And like I said, it would have jacked up the price, so the people that want it in the HasLab can still get it. It doesn't hurt anybody, I feel like it's better marketing for them, and I feel like they should continue to do stuff like this, like where you don't want to put stuff behind a freaking paywall and stuff. I hate that, dude. And that's to Canada. spelled Canada wrong, bro. I spelled it with the K. But yeah, be on the lookout for this one, man. You guys order, because like I said, this thing is shipping. Laser Pants said he did get it in today, but then you had to buy a HasLab to get them. Yeah, exactly. I would have felt pissed off, dude, had I passed on the HasLab, you know, and this would have been shown. Obviously, I would have been like, fuck, I'm gonna have to miss out, man. I have to buy that old ass Wasp and shit, rebuy that thing, that retro card back. I sold that shit a long time ago, dude. And I've always been like, fuck, man, I shouldn't have sold it, because I think it kind of went up in the aftermarket. I never really went to go look, but I've always been waiting for them to kind of redo a Wasp, and this one looks great, man. So yeah, I'm happy to get it. Like I said, though, I play a waiting game, but if it's $7 shipping, like my man Tyler saying, I have to go over there and check it out. So yep, it would have been $250 at least. So they wanted to go as cheap as possible because their ass was still burned from the engine of vengeance. Yep, 100% engine of greed. R.I.P. the infamous engine of vengeance. They gotta walk on eggshells now when they announce a goddamn HasLab. They better come correct, bro, because the community is gonna call them out for their bullshit, man. Like that was probably the best toy YouTube content ever freaking made, bro, during that time. That was just great. I loved it. I loved every minute of it, man. That was awesome. But yeah, guys, let me know if you guys are picking this suit back up. Probably asked that a few times already. And then also keeping it with Marvel Legends, somewhat news, I guess, getting a reissue on this retro card back Kingpin. For what it's worth, it's a figure that's kind of gone up in the aftermarket. Shout out to Big Nerdy, man, Nerdzoic. He's always making those videos of like, buy this now before it's too late type of shit. I think this was in one of his videos, so he was happy. He got it on his site. I think that's where I'll pre-order, because I don't no longer have this Kingpin. I always like the Bath version of it. I wish they would re-release that one of it, man. That was a dope one, man. I think he had like the white with the black and stuff, so that was always a little bit more classy, I would say. But you know, obviously the animated series gets a little bit more love. But yeah, be on the lookout for this one if you guys missed out or whatever. Pac is in the house. What's up, Pac? Best part of the HasLab Not Funny was the other companies making vehicles at a lesser price. Very true. Very fucking true, man. Because yeah, we're gonna talk some of those vehicles right now in a short while, man. And then also keeping it with Marvel Legends, you got a fan stream coming up tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that tomorrow, 8 a.m. I am off, man. I was thinking about kind of going live while this thing goes on, but I don't know. That'd probably be a short stream. But yeah, I'm excited to see what they reveal. You guys got any guesses? Any kind of guesses or anything? I always like to watch Dan Hu and Rich M do their show, as they always have the mock-ups and stuff. And I feel like Dan Yoon and Orion Ting always watching that show closely and kind of keeping tabs on the excitement level in the chat. So yeah, could be anything, honestly. Could be Avengers stuff, could be X-Men stuff. Any ideas? Could be some Captain America stuff. I think it's gonna be an all-new Captain America. That's what I think. I think it's gonna be all new Captain America, and maybe I don't know. That's just what I'm thinking. Glad I sold this fool lose 90 last month. Yeah, bro. I sold my shit a while back, dude. I was like, whatever. Fuck it. I do need a Kingpin again, so I'm happy to get the reissue. Just got the Peter and Smythe in today. Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw that in the Discord, man. Smythe looks pretty dope. The Smythe looks, those 2-packs are pretty cool, but I don't know about this stuff. MCU Deadpool stuff. Wesley Snipes Blade. That's what I hear is going to be in there. But yeah, we'll have to see tomorrow, man. So I'm looking forward to next week. Talk whatever they reveal. Keeping it with Marvel, though, speaking of Captain America, here we have a all new Sentinel fighting armor Captain America Sam Wilson. And yeah, talked about these figures previously before. Fully die-cast. Thing looks pretty cool, man. The design on this guy looks pretty dope. I feel like all of them have their unique take on it, on obviously being on the same body. But I don't know. Maybe it's just the wings that kind of set this thing off. But it looks pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie. I have had the Captain America before and the Iron Man, and I just felt like instant regret after I bought a couple of them. I was just like, you know what am I doing with this? Where am I going with this line? I think I still have both of them. I have to look. I think I don't even have them displayed out anywhere though. I did get rid of the SH Figure Arts. What was that line called? wasn't fighting armor. I forgot what the hell it was called, but I got rid of those. Those were instant regrets for sure because that line didn't go anywhere. And it's kind of crazy to see Sentinel continue this line because I don't see too much hype on these. Initially, when they get revealed, they do look pretty cool. Like obviously you got just like I said, the designs on them always look a little bit different for it being on the same body. But I don't see a lot of people go crazy for these figures, man. They just there we go. Tech on. Instant regret buying those because that line died almost as fast as it came out, man. Because what was the last one that came out? I think it was the Wolverine Venom, that version of Venom or Wolverine. That thing flopped instantly. I don't think anybody. I don't think I ever saw any pictures of that on Instagram or anybody take pictures of that thing. So yeah, that line died instantly. And some of the designs on there were pretty cool. Like that Spider-Man looked pretty dope. So it's kind of crazy to see the Sentinels continuing with this because, like I said, I don't see too many people, praising this line. They just kind of come out and they're a thing, I guess, but don't see a lot of people going in for them, man. Has anybody in the chat gone in for any of them? Because like I said, they're fully die cast, so they do have that premium feel to them, but it's just, I don't know, man. It's just not something a lot of people are in for, man. I think it's just kind of obviously a gimmick off of Iron Man, so everybody gets an iron suit, but it's just, I don't know, not really the best line to collect, I guess, because it just feels like it's an endless line. I feel like they should have just killed it off after maybe Cap. I know the Deadpool, that one looked pretty cool. I've always been tempted to go in for that, but like I said, it'll probably just be instant regret that I'm continuing to throw money at this shit. And the War Machine looked pretty dope too. But yeah, seeing this one is kind of crazy. And then also knowing that they made what was it, Loki? They made a Thor. So it's like they made a few of these fucking things. Not super expensive either. I think they're only like $100, so it's not like some crazy price points getting thrown at these things. So I don't know. Oh, what it's worth, it's not a ripoff. Anybody else going in for these goddamn things? These ugly freaking things. I'm just kidding. Yeah, those Tech-On figures look like Marvel Bionicles. Yeah, bro. I just regretted selling them. I told Johnny I sold the Iron Man and the Cap, both of them, $30. I got rid of them. Both of them $30, bro. Like only displayed pretty much once and then put back in the box, and I just dumped them. I got the Tech-On Iron Man, but sold it. Yeah, that was a waste of a line, man, for SH Figure Arts to go down because they could have been focused on other stuff, Don't you mean Black Falcon, Ryan? What are you talking about, Tyler L? Sam Wilson Cap? You're not a fan? Come on, man. Come on. Nah, I don't know. I know a few people like the Black Panther version. Not really my thing. The Black Panther, I think I have seen. I think I have seen a few shots of that one. That one looked all right. It didn't look bad. Like I said, they don't look bad, but it's just like it's too gimmicky. I think like I said, it only works for like a few of them. But seeing like them just make a Loki, like okay, what the fuck? Like I don't see that shit. Yeah, I don't know. Sold mine at a loss too. Yeah, dude, both for 30, bro. The guy messaged me. He's like, "What's wrong with them?" I said, "Nothing. I just want to get rid of them." But they're perfectly fine. There's nothing broken. I said, "No, bro. Like, $30, dude. What kind of a risk are you taking, my guy? Like, I'm an idiot for buying them, man." But yeah, dude. If you ever sell on Mercari, the DMs that you get on Mercari are just like the most hilarious things. I showed Boncho one time. This guy, I was selling something for $30, and he's like, "Are you firm on the price?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Okay, I'm gonna go to the bank to deposit the money right now." I was like, "Dude, it's $30, bro." And I was like, "Okay." And then like, yeah, like an hour and a half later, he buys the shit. I'm thinking like, Jesus Christ, bro. Like, dude, I would have gave this shit away for free before I go to the bank to buy a fucking toy. Like, fuck that, you know what I mean? But I always get a kick out of the DMs, bro. This shit is funny. The Mercari buyers are wild. Yes, dude, they're wild, bro. I love it because I just talk shit to them all the time. I always just shit talk them and call them losers and all kinds of shit. Like, because they always like trying to negotiate. "Oh, why are you charging so much for this, man?" Hey, bro, fuck off. And it's like, when can you tell that to a customer, dude? Like, never, nowhere, really. So I just get a kick and just shit talking them. But going back to this, man, I don't think there's any. Here's the cap right here, the Steve Rogers Captain America. Don't think there's too many buyers of this right here, man. But Yeah, there is, man. It's out there now, so be on the lookout. And then also keeping it with Marvel, jumping to a little third party action here. We had the Miles G. Morales third party figure from Good Toys 112. I was getting a kick of reading the names. The Rambler. So I guess that's the name to this guy right here. Yeah, kind of a little bit of hype this year, man. I mean, this week. Obviously, people want a action figure of this version of Miles. I feel like Marvel Legends is sleeping, man. But at the same time, looking at this, I feel like Mezco's sleeping, dude. Like they obviously announced their Miles Morales, but make something different, dude. Make something like that would have been up your wheelhouse. Like just looking at the soft goods being pulled off right here, not bad, not bad at all. You know, for being an unknown company, um, I feel like Mezco could have pulled this off easily, and it would have gave the market something different that nobody else is making. Because I feel like what Sentinel's made Miles, SH Figuarts made Miles, Marvel Legends made Miles, and here comes Mezco 2-3 years later with their Miles, and it's like, and for my money, the head sculpt on that Mezco, obviously it was a render. It looked like shit. It looked like crap, bro. Where you're thinking, isn't the render supposed to look better than the figure? Like, what the fuck is going on? And this one right here, for my money, it looks pretty well sculpted. Like I do like the look of it. I like him more obviously without the mask. Even in the design, I just like him without the mask. He just looks like really cool. But yeah, a little bit of hype on this figure, man. Any of you guys in the chat going in for this thing? I believe it's already on 5K, and I think it's around $100, $105, you know, plus shipping. So you know, obviously you are getting the soft goods, so you know that is going to jack up the price a little bit. But a lot of people are wondering what's the size of this thing. Obviously, the company says 112, but you know, obviously, you want to see a kind of a comparison shot with the rest of your stuff. But shit, it might be worth the try, man. It might be worth a gamble to get this thing. Mike caught this, my man, Wavy. Yeah, he was asking me about it too. I was like, hey, I have no idea. Like I said, never heard of this company, but it looks cool. Might get this Prowler Morales. Yeah, it looks cool, man. And like I said, it's something different, dude. That it was right there for Mezco to do. Like, dude, make this. Like, don't like I don't understand, you know. And isn't there Miles from the first movie, or is it the second movie? Like, I don't even know, but it looked like shit, honestly. Where I was like, it's gonna be harder for them to pull off that Miles than they could have pulled this one off. Because I feel like this one without like the spider suit of, you know, just kind of making like articulated, you know, articles of clothing. I feel like they could have pulled it off a lot better, man. And yeah, dude, just something different, man. Don't like make the same thing. Obviously, their Miles is probably gonna sell well, but I don't know, man. I thought it was kind of lame for them to kind of do that. But it is gonna go with their Gwen. Has their Gwen even shipped yet? I don't think it has, right? So you know, a lot of people are probably gonna base that purchase on Miles off of that Gwen, where they probably should have waited and announced something like this. I think this would have kind of been a better kind of next figure to follow on with Gwen, and then potentially get a Miles later on down the line. So yeah, gotta wait and see, man. Any of you guys going in for this? Like, I know there's some people kind of wondering if they are, but $105, it is kind of a gamble to kind of go in for something you're not really sure of. So I'm probably out on it just for that reason. And like I said at the start of the show, hate pre-orders, kind of just wait till shit lands. I don't really let the FOMO get to me. That Mezco render is a thing of nightmares. Yeah, bro, he was looking crazy out. He was like, dude, what the fuck, man? Like, that did not look right. And for it to be the render, like I said, the render's supposed to look better than the figure. What's going on? So I don't know, man. I have to wait and see for that one. And yeah, just the Gwen was gonna really kind of let people know if it's worth it or not. Let me know if my mic is good, guys, because like I said last week, I couldn't really hear. I heard like a little bit of a difference, but I didn't tell until I listened to the replay. What's the laser pen saying? The next hairstyle I'm going with. Oh man, you pull it off, bro. Fucking Will's in the house. Yeah. Abel. Oh man, liquid below zero. Abel. Yeah, I don't know, man. Be on the lookout for this one, guys. You guys are interested. And move on to the next thing right now. Keeping it with third party. A lot of third party stuff this week, man. Nothing's topping that Cammy. But next up, we have the Remad Custom 112. I believe it's called the Destroyer. So it's obviously a third party Bane figure. And I don't know, man. I'm not really happy with that head sculpt, man. even like the clothes, the soft goods look pretty good, but even like the quality of bug looks kind of iffy. There's no ab crunch, there's nothing there, you know. But there is 3 versions of this figure that I thought was just kind of crazy, bro. Like, I feel like they're trying to throw all the different versions or looks that he had in the movie. I do like that motorcycle look one. That one looks pretty cool. But I think I would just want this standard version, like where he's fighting Batman and stuff. And also the coat. But here we have version A, it's $100. Version B, and then version C, that's $200. So don't know if you're getting 2 figures. I think you are, but that's kind of crazy for a release like this. It's not 1/6 scale. Um, like I said, the head sculpt looks kind of off too. Kind of off. You know, it doesn't really look like my man Tom Hardy. But man, I do want a Bane figure. I want like a fucking Nolan Bane figure, man. I always wanted that McFarlane one that was like exclusive to SDCC. Had the soft goods coat, but I just never went on eBay for it, man. But I feel like looks way better, like with the soft goods on them. It just looks good, but I don't know. I don't know if it's worth the price at $100 even for just version A or B. Like that's kind of expensive, bro, for something that I'm not even fully happy with, man. Any of you guys see this third party joint right here? The head looks small. Yeah, it does, huh? Especially right here in the in hand look right here. It looks off, man. And like I said, when I saw the price, I was like, wait, they want 100 for this fucking thing? Like, shit, fuck that. Um, yeah, I don't know, man. I do like the Harvey picture though when he's giving that speech and shit. And the cow, Batman's cow, that looks pretty cool. But yeah, this is kind of steep, man. And when I saw version C, I was like, oh, okay. I saw the solicitations and I saw all the stuff it came with, and I'm like, oh wait, they're different versions. So it's like, damn, so which one do you get? And then when I saw this, it was like the deluxe. I was like, obviously the deluxe, but $200? Fuck you, man. What the fuck? That tiny head, that body. Yeah. I think it's the tiny head is probably because of the helmet. They wanted the helmet to fit in there. Um, I think that's the reason. Or is that the extra head? Oh man, I don't know. But yeah, I saw this and I was like, this thing looks kind of like shit, man. It just made me want a Bane figure, like a legit Bane figure, but I don't know who. I don't know who. Maybe you would have to buy maybe like one of those V Toys bucks. I think they're like making like a new body for V Toys, like a buffer, huger body. Maybe get like a custom head sculpt of Bane, and then probably take the soft goods off of this and put it on there. You're talking about like a 200 figure right there, just in itself. So that's a pretty expensive custom. But yeah, like I said, I want to fill out more like these like movie characters that I like, but it's just, man, there's just so many options, and I don't think there's like the best one out there. But yeah, saw this third party figure. It's kind of like shit. What can I say? I can't say much. Looks like shit. The price is shitty. Where is this Bane available? I saw it on VC Toys box. So VC and then toys with the S and then box. But like I said, Darth, it's $100 for just version A or version B. So you got to pick and choose. I think version A would probably be the best selling one. Without paying crazy amount. Because yeah, this motorcycle look was just very specific. To like a certain scene. It was like a scene where they were kind of rolling around and shit. But yeah, I don't know. The helmet looks cool though. Like I would just want an action figure with the helmet. That shit looks badass. Yeah, I don't know, man. Not my Bane. Definitely not for $200. Any takers in the chat other than my man Darth? Are you interested or are you holding off, Darth? I say pump the brakes on this one, man. Go for the Todd. Go for the Todd. Go for the scalper on eBay selling the Todd. From there, though, we move on to another third-party figure. Here we have the Samurai 4 Summer figure, not TMNT, formerly Fury Toys, now Rage Toys, not TMNT, Michelangelo. And yeah, man, I think these, like I said, for me, I feel like this line lost a little bit of momentum, it being dragged out so long. Because I believe that Leo came out 2 years ago, right? Like a year and a half ago. I think it was 2022. The tail end, and yeah, man, it was a pretty dope one, man. Like I had to pull it off my shelf. just the designs on them look so cool. Like they look badass, you know. And I remember thinking like, man, I can't wait for the rest. I just can't wait for the rest. And it's like now that the rest are coming out, it's like, fuck, man. You know, I feel like the Mesco TMNT set just kind of put a blanket over all of these, man, because it's like a wet blanket over all these. Because it's like, man, those move way better. Aside from the design, like I said, I do like the design on these, but like the joints are super stiff. Like, you know, and here we have pegs on them, whereas this Mikey or not Mikey figure is pinless. So it's kind of, I don't know, man. To me, it's just kind of bothersome that it's like, man, why didn't you guys design all of them, have everything ready, and then put into production one at a time, like you're doing, man? Like it just kind of sucks that it's like, wait, this one's gonna be pinless, and then the other one, where I should have known something was up when they put out that freaking like poll where it was like, would you guys all want these to be the same size, or do you guys want the other ones to be taller? And it's like, what the fuck do you mean? You just made me buy this Leo figure. Now you're gonna change it up? Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? So that I should have known there was like something amiss right here, because that's kind of dumb. That it's like you guys are changing it on the fly. I should have fucking known there was gonna be something up, and it's not a deal breaker, obviously, because you know you're gonna have them on your shelf. You're probably not gonna be able to tell that this one's pinless, and that Leo and Donatello aren't. Um, Obviously the Raph might be pinless because that's probably the next one coming out. But it just kind of tripped out to me that these guys are like making them better as they come out, because it's just such a long wait time. And now it's making me think that we're gonna see another Leo, and they're gonna say, "Oh, this is the Rage toys. You bought the Fury toys. That wasn't us." Like, I feel like they're gonna do something like that. I feel like it's gonna be like a more deluxe Leo, because even the box that I got with this Donatello was like way bigger. That first Leo was just like in a small little rectangle box. It was just super tiny, and I was like, "Oh yeah, this is like some really third party stuff," you know. But now I'm like, you motherfuckers, dude. But going to this figure, I think it looks freaking dope. I think it looks cool. The design on him looks pretty dope. I don't know if it's my favorite one out of the bunch. I think if I got this, I would just have him like this, man. I'm not switching this shit out. I'm not switching it out outside of this like Mikey look. And that's what I feel like is kind of missing with the Donatello. Like they give you enough head sculpts to kind of give him just like a clean turtle look. But it's just, I don't know. It's a little bit too much Samurai Force and the Leo too, where this one looks like a fucking TMNT. He looks like Mikey, you know. He just looks like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He's got the skateboard, he got the spray can and all that stuff. So it's like, yeah, this is dope. And it's like, damn, dude. Like I said, I just feel like they should have like designed them all at the same time and been like, this is what we're doing. Not design Leo and then worry about the rest later. Like, I feel like that's what they did. They kind of did Leo and then they realized, man, we could have done this, we could have done this, we could have done this. And it's like, yeah, you guys could have. You would have just waited, you dumb motherfuckers. So it's like, damn, it kind of pisses me off knowing that, you know, the later figures are going to be better than Leo. You know what I mean? It's just, even though Leo's not my favorite, it's like, I wanted them to all be equally dope, you know, equally, you know, the quality equal, you know. So it just kind of sucks, man. I'm turtled out. Yeah, dude. I feel like we've been talking about TMNT every freaking week, man. There's always something TMNT. It's just a popular IP, man. Like I always say, you know, everybody knows that. Everybody loves TMNT. You know, it's just span generations. You know, a lot of people grew up with the cartoon. I myself grew up with like the movies, and then it's just gone on and gone on and gone on, man. Uh, just, you know, changed up every time, but I feel like the toys are always fucking dope, and like just different versions of them are cool. But yeah, I feel like I'm getting to that point too, man. Like, what's gonna be like the last set of TMNT that I'm gonna get? I feel like the Mesco set is like the quintessential TMNT set, but look at my hauls. I just had this freaking Donatello in here, and I feel like that's the problem with like TMNT. It's like you can't just get one of them, you know? Where it's just like I thought about that with the Leo. I was like, man, once they're switching it up, but man, when I saw that Splinter, I was like, man, I gotta get him. And the Donatello looked cool, but it's just kind of knowing, like, damn, now you guys are switching it up. It's like I said, look at the thighs on him. Look at the thigh swivel on him. Like he's got thigh swivel where these guys don't. They don't have it, you know. There's no cut right here. There's no. So it's like, you fucking assholes, you motherfuckers, man. And it's like, I want to see all of them like now lined up, and you're just gonna be able to tell that Leo was like the one that's like cheaped out on, you know, and not no fault, you know, to the character. It's just that they probably just designed that one first, and they thought that was fine, you know, and then they didn't go back to the drawing board. But now it's like, damn, you're getting way better versions of them, man. So it's like, dude, I wish they would have just all came out at the same time, you know. Yeah, well, he looks like Abe from Abe's Odyssey. Does he? No, I'm not familiar with that game. Turtles of Grayskull is a real thing now. Who would have thought? Yep, another one I'm picking up, man. Ortega said, I'm waiting on the NECA OG turtle set. Yeah, that would probably be the last one, right, Ortega? I'll feel you on that, man. Because like I said, I'm even going for some of the Playmate stuff, bro. Like some of the Playmate stuff to me looks pretty cool. Not those remastered. I had to take back that I was gonna get those remastered ones because, man, after looking at the skin texture, I'm out on those, man. But yeah, like who knows who's gonna be like the final set of turtles. Like who knows? Because every time they get announced, people want them, man. You know, I was looking at those NECA Punk turtles on the Holothon this week on Friday, and I was like, man, I said I didn't want these, but why the fuck I got adding them to my cart and stuff? Held off though. I was like, nah, I'm good, man. I'm not going in for those. But I do want those Toon Turtles, the single packs. I do want those because I never had the cartoon editions. So if I come across them singled out, might have to go in for them, man. Because yeah, there's just so many versions of them. They all look cool. Like just on the shelf, they just look all cool. I've even got the SUPER7 Ultimates. I even got those, man. Those are like one of the few SUPER7 Ultimates that I have. But yeah. Any guys pre-ordering this line? Are you guys going for this Mikey? And are any of you guys just kind of, other than Wavy, just kind of turtled out also, man? Because yeah, I see this thing selling well. I see this thing selling really well, man. Because they just look cool, man. Especially when they go for pre-order for the first time. It's like, yeah, they look really dope. And this, like I said, this one looks like the best out of the bunch too. Now I'm kind of happy about it because this is my favorite turtle, but I'm not happy that they're starting to implement all this other stuff. Because man, yeah, even the fucking double joints. The Leo doesn't have fucking double joints, like double jointed elbows. It doesn't have any like fucking bicep swivel. It doesn't have any of that stuff. Look at this shit. So it's like, why the fuck didn't you guys think about this, you dumb motherfuckers? Like, why the fuck? It just sucks, man. And like I said, I feel like that's what they're gonna do. And what can you do? What can you do? I'm gonna be stuck with probably 2 Leos. You know, if they announce Raph and then, hey, we remastered Leo, all new, and you're gonna be like, fuck. What can you do? Yeah, might as well finish the turtles, but yeah, a bit disappointed about how it was handled. Very poorly, dude. Like I said, even messing with this like Donatello, like this one looks better than the Leo. Like it has like fucking like better stuff going on with this Leo, but and then you look at this Mikey. I'm like, wait a minute, this one has even better stuff going on with Donatello. It's like, don't tell me Raph is gonna be even better. It's like, fuck, dude. Yeah, I don't know. Kind of a wet blanket on the whole thing, but other than that, I think people are digging them. Like they look really cool. Like all of them kind of. So far, you've only seen like shots with like the Donatello and the Leo and stuff, but I was happy with the Splinter. Splinter's freaking dope. His tail fell off, but the Splinter's sick, man. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know when the Raph's gonna get revealed. Probably shortly after this one. Can't imagine they have it under wraps for too long. But maybe they do, because I feel like if it is better, people are really gonna feel some type of way. Because that's the first thing I noticed when I saw this. I was like, why didn't they design them all at the same time? You know, and maybe just trickle them out one at a time. Just very stupid on them, but whatever. But from there, move on to Ramen toys. My man Pac brought up vehicles. And here we have the EV, the economical vehicle by Ramen Toys, guys. And yeah, man, my man Ace been cooking up some fucking cars for you guys. And obviously, people are kind of waiting on his Hail Charger, getting ready to ship soon, man. But that one has always been advertised and sold as a more premium vehicle. And I think Ace kind of noticing that, like, hey, man, I can still make these quality vehicles, but at a more friendlier price point. And he's starting off with this new line, man. He's starting off with this van of EVs. I like his names and stuff. Economical vehicle, the EV, you know. So it's like kind of funny, kind of a tie on electric vehicles. But yeah, he's kind of lowering, I don't want to say the quality, but just like the premium factor to some of these rides, or this ride right here, to kind of keep the price more friendly. But it's still pretty tricked out, man. And this one is 150 bucks. So this is the alpha version of his van. He is gonna have up for pre-order a black one and a white one for $100. But yeah, if you guys are familiar with the 18, man, this alpha van looks freaking pretty off the hook. Here we have it next to rock and roll for scale. So shit, man. I mean, 150 bucks for this guy is like, can't beat that, man. You know, I did see somebody like make a stories, and I don't know if Ace reshared it on his Instagram, about somebody kind of asking if he could kind of add Punisher decals or something to maybe the black version. I mean, I think he reshared it, so maybe it might be under wraps. You know, that's obviously you're fucking you're dancing with Marvel at that point. So I don't think he wants to announce that, but hey, man, I wouldn't put it past him to kind of do something like that, because you know he is trying to license stuff out the right way, the quote unquote legit way. But for some of this stuff, I feel like this is the only way, man. You know, you got to kind of just play the third party game. You know, like look at all these. I mean, we're just looking at a TMNT action figure that I know Playmates ain't getting money for. I know Nickelodeon ain't getting money for. But yo, those guys in Hong Kong are able to kind of pull stuff off, and Ace kind of being on that side of the world is, it's a lot easier for him to kind of do this stuff. And from there we move on to what are these fucking things called? The tanks, his mini tanks, guys. So yeah, not only is this guy making vehicles, like is he making vans, but he's also cooking up some freaking 1/12 scale tanks. And yeah, man, let me get the name for this. Oh yeah, the Amphisbaena. I definitely can't pronounce this shit, man. But yeah, he's got twin plasma cannons on this thing, and it looks pretty freaking badass. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like I don't know if I would go in for it myself, just because I don't know. I'm not really like huge on like army type figures and shit like that. But this thing looks pretty freaking awesome. He is showing off that the treads are gonna work. So yeah, the armored vehicle line, the AVs. So yeah, first one up is this one right here, this Amphisbaena. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. Looks French. Could be wrong. But man, like I'm pretty content going in for this van right here at 150. I have to wonder what the price on this tank is gonna be, but I mean it looks fucking badass. Like it looks fucking crazy, I think I would want a more regular tank. So not only is he making this, he already got the kind of prototypes ready. On his Instagram, he is showing off more of these armored vehicles. So here we have the bridge layer. This is the Phalanx, I think it's called. So he's got the missile launchers, and then the Hunter. So it's going to be a more medium-sized tank. It's kind of like a mine hunter. And this one to me looks a little bit better, like just kind of a more classic looking tank, not really like twin plasma cannons and shit like that. Like this looks super futuristic. But it does look cool. Not final colorway though. He is advertising it as a not final colorway. But yeah, this guy's cooking up some serious heat, man. Obviously he's got the prototypes ready. He will be I believe at Joe Fest to reveal these. So you guys are in I think it's in Georgia. Yeah, if you guys are in the area, man, I say go check it out, man, because this guy's gonna be showing off some serious stuff. Yeah, here he has the bridge layer next to this dude right here, 1/12 scale, representation to kind of get the scale on this stuff. And yeah, man, like, dude, I don't know, for world building and all that stuff, like certain shots, I know people could definitely have a lot of fun with this stuff. It's just, man, finding the space for all this stuff, man, because it's like, dude, you're buying cars and tanks and all this other stuff, and I feel like, obviously that's like the main selling point for like 1/18 scale is like, man, you could just buy more stuff to build out your world a lot better. But yo, I mean, this guy is not shying away from the 1/12 scale stuff, man. So definitely interested in some of the stuff he's making, because yeah, this one right here to me looks pretty dope. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm saying I'm out on it, but man, seeing it actually ready to pre-order and stuff might get me, man. Might get me and shit. My man NYC in the house. What's up, NYC? You're oh man. Selling my his tank for this. Hey, there you go. Yeah, I mean, yeah, dude, like I can only imagine what he prices these things up at. Maybe like $200. Like, yeah, that shit might be hard to pass up, man. If they're anywhere near like 200, that's gonna be some serious heat to pass up on, man. And then the car, like the cars, I feel like, man, he's onto something with this stuff. Yeah, this is more obviously kind of more attached to like a certain property because it's like the alpha, it's like A team. But that's cool too, But if he really starts to kind of tap into like the kind of vehicles that could potentially get made and people would buy for like action figure photography, like man, guys, I mean, we were talking about that Mattel lowrider last week. I was hyped on that thing. That thing does not look anywhere near in the quality that this is going to look at. Obviously, it's a more domestic style line. It's going to be kind of more, pushed towards like younger generations and stuff. Not really looking at it for photography, like outside of maybe play features and stuff, But something like this, if he starts to tap into like what cars, what vehicles like people want in the action figure community, hey man, sky's the limit, dude. This guy can be making shit. Have him make a fucking lowrider or Cadillac or some shit, or a fucking SUV or pickup trucks and stuff. Like it doesn't really have to be attached to anything, Like I said, this is more attached to like the A team and stuff. But he is making just a basic version, basic black van, the JC van. If you guys are familiar with Talker Art's older video, the JC van will be the all white, just blank van. Oh man, fucking crazy stuff. But yeah, like I said, if he starts tapping into like those vehicles, like different kind of rides and stuff, like man, like even like a little Honda or something, like dude, people are buying stuff for their shots. And I always kind of point to Wavy because like seeing him kind of with this kind of like setup shots for his photography, I'm like, damn, this guy's got like different kind of rides. And yeah, with perspective, he's able to pull it off and stuff. So yeah, man, like 112 scale vehicles, I think people are always clamoring, man. Like, man, you guys remember 112 Garage? How many people did they get? They got a shit ton of people, bro. Like, they got a shit ton of people to buy into what the fuck they were offering. They ripped people off, bro. Like, I remember seeing them and being sketched out and being like, man, this doesn't look right. But I feel like Ace got that credibility, man. He's got that credibility. He's known to be putting out some dope shit, man. So I feel like he's gonna definitely tap into this 112 market, man. Pretty hot, because he's, like I said, he's already got the prototypes, stuff that those 112 guys never showed off. They showed off some fucking 3D printed out shit. This looks like a prototype to an actual thing coming out, So yeah, be on the lookout for this shit right here. At Joe Fest being fully revealed. So be on the lookout. Got no space for equals, but that ain't stopping me from getting these. Ace is killing it. Yep, 100%. Got to convince Ace to make truck mode Optimus Prime that figures can sit in. Man, can you imagine, bro? Shit. Like, damn, bro, that would be sick. That would be for real. That would be insane. Like a 112 scale truck mode Optimus. Who would pass up on that, dude? And I feel like he could definitely pull that off because look at all the third-party guys making Transformers. You're not making a Transformer. You're just making a red and blue fucking fucking truck and shit. So he can definitely get that one going, man. I feel like he could potentially get there, bro. Honestly, I feel like he could potentially get there, So yeah, be on the lookout for these guys. From there, we move on to Hiya Toys Exquisite Series Daryl Dixon from The Walking Dead. And god damn, man, when I saw this, I was like, fuck, man, is this series still going on, dude? Like, how long ago was season 1, dude? Like, fuck, man. I think I stopped watching when this guy still had like shorter hair. Like, dude, when I saw this figure, I was like, god damn, he got grungy, man. Like, fuck. I stopped watching where he was already kind of getting a little bit more grungy, but I was like, dude, this dude looks like he's been through it, man. Probably the fan favorite of the show, right? Next to fucking Grimes. It's like this guy was the guy, no? I got taken out of that series, man, a long time ago. It just didn't fucking end, man. So kind of seeing that they're making a figure of this shit, I was kind of like tripped out. I was like, hey, and now that I think about it, I'm like, maybe I'm interested in this shit because it's like that would be kind of cool to get a little bit of representation of that series, without getting the zombies and stuff. It's just you see this guy and it's like, oh shit, yeah, it's fucking Daryl and stuff. Got fucking crossbow. He's got his crossbow. Honestly, if they just had that, that'd be fine. Like he needed the crossbow, but yeah, it looks good, man. I've actually been seeing the reviews on the Rambos coming out. the Exquisite series from Hyatt. Not bad, bro. I feel like their soft goods is like it's up there with some of the better fucking companies, man. They're fucking pulling it off. The head sculpt on the Rambo that I seen, I think it was Rambo 3. I think I just seen like a D Amazing video. It looked a little bit soft. It could have been a little bit more fine-tuned. But this head sculpt right here looks pretty on point, man. If they could pull this off, like, man, that'd be impressive. Cause yeah, this shit looks just like this dude, man. And yeah, like when I first saw it, I didn't really think about it. Like, it's something I would want to pre-order, but man, it looks so good that like, yeah, this would be like the perfect just representation of it on my shelf. Like, I don't think I would want any more Walking Dead stuff. Like, I think I'd be perfectly happy with this. It's got like his duffel bag, multiple hands, 2 head sculpts, obviously the crossbow, like I said, just different weapons. So that's cool, man. Like, that's pretty worth it. I think these are priced up at like $90, $99. Not crazy expensive. And for me, I feel like they give Mezco a run for their money, man, for what they're offering. Like, I saw the Rambo and they're scaled nice. I think the things with Mezco, whenever I see them, they're like a little bit too, like, I don't know. They don't look like they scale with your 112 stuff. It's like their own kind of like 112. But I saw that Rambo next to like some of those like Action Force figs, and I'm like, damn, that looks, it blends, it's perfect scale. I was like, yo, like the bucks look good, man, so might be tempted to go in for some more of this Hyatt toy stuff. I don't think I have anything from them, but I have seen like their Godzilla stuff and like their kaijus and stuff, and I'm like, not really my thing. But yeah, some of their exquisite line that's now starting to hit their 112 stuff. It's I'm pretty impressed by that Rambo, man. Some of those Rambo figures, they look pretty dope. Walking Dead was a shit for maybe first 5 seasons. I stopped at Negan bashing Glenn's head, and yeah, dude, I think I only watched 3 seasons of it, honestly. And then when I heard about the 4th, I was like, man, fuck this. This Daryl is from the new spinoff show of just him. Oh my god. Oh my god, are you serious? Oh, you're right, dude. Oh, you're right. No wonder I was like, why does it say Daryl Dixon like that? Oh my god, dude, no wonder when I was getting these images, it didn't say like Walking Dead. It said Daryl Dixon, and I was like, damn, they're big fans of this dude. Fuck, man, this dude's getting his own spin-off? What the hell? Fuck that, man. That series is dead then, bro. I don't know why they keep it going. But I feel like it's like one of the few things on TV still kind of worth watching. I don't think there's like a lot of TV shows that are coming out now that are like worth watching. There's the last thing I've heard of was like, I don't know. I don't even know. Game of Thrones, maybe? Shit. Everything else is just streaming stuff. But yeah, are you guys going in for this Daryl Dixon right here? NYC seem to know a lot about it, bro. You going in for him? Gotta convince Ace to make a truck mode. Oh yeah, my bad. Going backwards. Keeping it moving though. Oh, speaking of Rebel Tech, looks like they got a new Deco reissue coming out. So guys, fans of My Hero Academia, do get a chance to get Deku again if you missed out on him. Man, dude, I've never gotten into My Hero Academia, man. It's like, dude, I've given it multiple chances. I just can't get into it, man, because this kid is so lame, dude. I'm like, is this the main character? Like, why is he so fucking lame? So anytime I hear people talking about it, I'm just like, fuck, dude. Like, seriously, it's just, I don't know. It's not really for me. I always wonder what the hype is about it, man. And people always tell me, oh, you got to get to 2nd season or some shit. And I'm like, some kind of sports tournament or some shit like that. And I'm just like, I can't, man. I can't get into it. Nah, fuck them shows. Yeah, you talking about My Hero Academia or Walking Dead? Probably Walking Dead. We always said, yeah, Conan and Rick got the spinoff as well. Oh, fuck that. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm definitely out on this Deku figure and stuff. It's a reissue. But hey, for what it's worth, it is kind of like one of Rebeltech's better lines, I would say. I always kind of see those figures and I'm like, damn, they look like they're pulled off really well, and the fans of them seem to enjoy them. So I've always kind of taken note of that. That is one of their better lines. And then all new figure. This has already kind of been revealed in like a prototype phase, but yeah, Ochaku's definitely coming out sooner rather than later. So we got the pre-order popping up soon because this is like just a preview image, only image so far. But yeah, looks like more fans of this series are gonna get to fill out their roster. So that is pretty cool that they, they're not dumping a line because shit, man. We're gonna talk some Super 7 right now, guys, and yeah, it looks like they're freaking dead in the water with a lot of their stuff, and just the stuff they're gonna probably put out going forward is just like one-offs, not whole waves of entire IPs and shit like that, man. But yeah, if you guys are big fans of this, I'm sure you guys would be stoked to get it. I'm getting both Amazing Yamaguchi for sure. Oh my man, Liquid. Yeah, I've always seen this Deku, and I've always seen it like pose out really well. And I'm like, whenever I see the action figure, I'm like, man, okay, that looks badass. But then I'll try to watch the series, and I'm like, this kid's so lame, bro. Like, what is it with him? Chaku, seen a couple episodes of her. She's all right. But yeah, I don't know, man. Big fans though, I guess, of it, man. It's a really popular series, especially out here in the States, man. It's like one of the more popular animes that I always hear like a lot of people going for. It's always like this and like Demon Slayer. It's like, oh, Demon Slayer, my hero. So yeah, I'm sure a lot of people are gonna go in for this one right here, man. I myself, I'm not one of those people though. But yeah, let me pull up the next slide, guys. Or we could just look at Cammy's ass again. Man. Nah, we'll move on. Super 7 Ultimate Motorhead Lemmy also went out for pre-order this week. I believe this is the second version of this guy. Any big Motorhead fans in the chat, man? I've heard a couple of their songs. I think the only one I like though is the game Triple H, bro. I've always liked that freaking intro. It's time to play the game. And I'm always like, damn, that's Motorhead. Like, all right, infos get banged, bro. This shit is dope. Definitely not going in for this Super 7 Ultimates though, man. They can honestly go fuck themselves. Just looking at these renders, like, I don't even think if you'd be able to pull this pose off, for what it's worth. Like that arm, they look like they're getting bent more than 90 degrees. So I don't even think he's gonna be able to hold his guitar like this. And it's just always so scummy to see these guys just continue to show off these renders of stuff they know is not gonna move like this. I think for what it's worth, they are getting better in like their head portraits, their head sculpts and stuff. Because man, we've seen some that still haunt me in my nightmares to this day, bro. Like that Tommy figure that they put out, the Green Ranger. Fuck, bro, that shit looked like crap, man. So yeah, I don't know, man. Kind of showing off the tattoo. I guess they're gonna be able to pull off on him. Any of you guys big fans of Motorhead in the chat? Any of you guys going in for this pre-order, man? Because like I was saying, I feel like this is like a better move for them, just kind of putting like pre-orders up of like just artists and stuff where it's just a one-off. They do have the license to kind of make more looks and stuff, but for the most part, it's just like one artist. Doesn't have to be a whole wave of figures. Doesn't have to be a potential line of action figures. And we were talking about that Simpsons line that's just dead in the water. Seeing that the latest wave hitting now, it's like, that sucks, dude. Imagine having this pre-order for over a year. You're getting the latest wave, and then as you're waiting for this latest wave, it's announced that the line is dead. That's it, guys. Here's your Duff Man, and no Homer Simpson, no Bart Simpson. Like, that's so lame, So it's like, I think it's a better move for these guys to make this, man. This type of like, approach to just putting figures out. Because, obviously it seems like they're huge fans of like artists and music, different kinds of music. I know there's Notorious B.I.G. hit, Old Dirty Bastard that they have out there. It's just not just rock artists that they're making. Beastie Boys went up for pre-order. We're talking about the Czarface Noir a couple weeks back. So it looks like that's like a better approach to them for me, from what I'm noticing. As far as quality and stuff, I haven't really picked up any recent Super 7 Ultimates. I couldn't speak on that, but just in the eye test alone, like seeing the stuff that's kind of landing and hitting people's like in hand shots and stuff, it looks like they're improving for some reason. My man Kone is in the building, coming in hot, bro. Fuck Super 7. Shout out to Kone. This guy always makes me laugh. But yeah, guys, I don't know. For what it's worth, like I said, it looks like they're improving. But yo, there's big controversy going on with that, man. They're gonna get into that right now because there's a little bit of back and forth going on. Because aside from this Super 7 Ultimates this week, it was announced that TMNT 2003 is coming to the Ultimates line by Super 7, man. And I think this was news that was broken like like a few months back. I remember hearing rumblings about this, and I always wanted NECA to make these because I do remember TMNT 2003, but more so because of my younger brother. He was kind of like, he's like 5 years younger than me, so he was still kind of really watching like cartoons and stuff. And I was able to kind of catch a few episodes of this, and I always liked the designs to these TMNTs. They always kind of reminded me of like the old Playmates toys with the whited out eyes, just in a more modern kind of look, you know. So they always look really fucking cool. Like I always was like, damn, I want figures of this. I missed out on the reissue of the Playmates that just recently came out. It doesn't look like Target's getting more of that. So I was like kind of waiting to see if NECA would kind of announce them. And apparently Super7 is the company making them. And yeah, this is announced that you're gonna be seeing probably these pre-orders pop up fairly soon. I want to say the end of this month. But definitely this year. And this was announced on the Robo Don't Know channel in the interview with Veebs Toys, formerly from the Foosh. I almost said from the Foosh. But yeah, where he interviews Brian Flynn, and we covered topics like 2003 TMNT Ultimates coming soon, and why you shouldn't believe everything you read on Reddit. And yeah, man, looks like the saga continues with this damn Reddit post, guys. And you guys have kind of watched this channel. I wasn't the only one that talked about this, but big Reddit post kind of calling out Brian Flynn, man. And yeah, this was posted about 15 days ago. So it's like ongoing saga that's going on. It says big changes coming to Super7. And let me kind of read through a little bit of this, man. So I've broken news before here and other places, and let me preface this by saying that no, I'm sorry, I cannot name my sources in order to protect people's livelihoods and incomes. But I was the guy who initially revealed the info about Super7 being unable to do vintage designs of the TMNT stuff just to give myself some sort of credential. Everything I'm about to say is the gospel. I love this guy. My sources have never been wrong before. That said, we've got some interesting stuff coming out of the world of Super7, namely in the sake of action figure decision making. Remember how Brian got an investment of somewhere in the tune of 37 million? Edit. Sorry, someone pointed that it was $25 million investment. Irrelevant? Yeah. Well, this is what happens when people who write their checks aren't happy with the output of their investment. Brian Flynn is out as final word on product. He no longer has final say. That means the design decisions are no longer his to make. You're going to start seeing double jointed TMNT. This is where I'm kind of stoked about that 2003 set getting announced. You're going to start seeing better quality as evidenced by the newest Simpsons releases. There are a lot of people whose creative juices were fettered, I guess, under his control that are beyond excited about those prospects coming up. None of this is to disparage Brian. He's a great guy. I don't think I'm going to read that part. All of the bad decisions over the years, the output or lack of overall QC, all him. All his choice and absence any care, sad to say, or maybe even hubris that no one else is making this license. You'll buy them and like it, which is something that not only me, but a lot of people have always said. That's kind of how he handled stuff. He kind of would hold these like licenses hostage. Because it's, you buy this or you don't buy anything. So a lot of people would always bite. And it says, this information is very fresh and new, so details beyond that are light, and I won't have any answers to your question. I've told you everything I know so far, but I will update as I find out more. So in this interview, it was acknowledged. This Reddit post was acknowledged, man. And if you watch the interview, Brian is really careful in dismissing it. Where if somebody says some shit and it's a lie, you could just straight up say they're fucking lying. And they can go suck a you know what. He didn't say that. He kind of picked and chose what was right, what was wrong, and was very careful in what he had to say. When it came to him, not being the head honcho, obviously you could say you're the head honcho. But that post is very specific in saying that he doesn't have final say. And then you're going to be seeing double jointed elbows on upcoming upcoming TMNT releases. All I got to say is if these TMNT turtles have double jointed elbows, guess what, Brian? You're the liar guy again. And in that interview with Vieves, it's kind of funny because when he addresses that part about the double joint elbows, he kind of says it in a way where it's like, whoa, that's not news, because I've been saying that, like, we're kind of, he doesn't specifically say that he's talking about the elbows, but you could tell that's what he's talking about. He's like, we're kind of modern, we're moving towards a more modern articulation. And I just want to share an interview with the great Shartimus Prime that he had about, man, this is probably about 2 years ago already, almost 3. Listen to Brian talk about double jointed elbows here. Doesn't have any sound? God damn it. Mm. Mm. God damn it. Well, fuck, I don't think I'm gonna figure it out now. It's not on mute. I can hear that fucking thing. Let me see. Well, anyway, going to the interview. I'll link it in the description. He's very adamant about not wanting double joints. Very adamant in this interview, where he even describes about like the amount of stuff that's going to be cut out from the sculpt. Just very adamant about not liking it, not wanting it as part of his line. So now I have to wonder, guys, going back to this article right here, this Reddit post, I don't even want to call it an article. If this guy's telling the truth about this, dude, if we see double jointed elbows and you watch that interview with SHART, you're going to know who's lying. You're definitely going to know who's lying. And the fact that he acknowledged this was already kind of something struck a nerve right there, and it wasn't like he was prepped in the question. I think Vieves kind of made that clear that he wasn't prepped before the show, even though I feel that he was. But he could have easily said, hey, I don't got no comment on that. The guy's lying. But he didn't say that. He didn't say that at all, man. So after this interview with Vieves, we go back to Reddit and we have an edit from the guy. Let me get the guy's name. I believe he's RNL1212. So it's a Reddit action figures thread or whatever. So be on the lookout for that if you are interested to go look for yourself. But he edits it right after the interview. He says, I see Brian acknowledge it on their new Vieves podcast. Brian trying to save face? No, he would never. And of course, zero pushback from that walking charisma vacuum Vieves per usual. No, Brian, I didn't post this for shits and giggles. No, I didn't post this for attention. I posted credible information that I received, and you tend to lie more than you breathe, but you do it so earnestly that people buy your bullshit. Much like saying that you just told people about the TMNT news and you're continuing to lie now. Yes, guys, go watch that SHART interview, guys. I'll link in the description. It's called Silverhawks Discussion SUPER7 Interview Part 1 of 2. And like I said, he's adamant about not wanting double jointed elbows. So right in that Vieves interview where he says, no, we've been working towards that. That's not breaking news. This guy doesn't know anything. Dude, the guy said that you no longer have final say, my guy. So these TMNTs have double jointed elbows. Guess what? The guy's telling the truth. You don't have final say in your own company, you fucking loser. But let's go on with the rest of this post. This is the very fact that you're acknowledging it tells me more than enough that there's truth to it. And maybe you think this is going to call me out in a way that makes me reveal my sources. Not going to happen. Don't believe everything you see on the internet. Indeed, he says he is working on stuff directly. He may be, but that still doesn't mean he has final say. Edit. Brian also has a Reddit account. He has done an AMA here before. Ask yourself why he never addressed himself since he read this post, and only when confronted with it by VB Did he go into it? Does he have pattern of just ignoring shit until it? I can't see the bottom. Until it can be no longer ignored. It. Yes, he does. And then he has one last edit to the guy in the YouTube comment section sucking Brian's dick, saying, I'm unhinged and I need a better hobby. A few things. Someone asked me my thoughts on the video, and I'm responding to that. Like, I wasn't going to counter what Brian was saying. The fact that I'm cutting and running, deleting my account should give you some sort of indication that I'm telling the truth, that I'm not cutting, whatever. If you'd use your brain for 2 moments, you'd recognize that Brian said absolutely nothing about the claim, which is that he's lost final decision-making power. He never once addressed the actual meat and potatoes of the news. He did his typical Brian deflection. I guess if I'm unhinged and need a better hobby, so do you, because the first thing you did was run here to see if anything was said. Dumbass. So yeah, guys. Big news coming out of there, man. And dude, I do feel bad that I wasn't able to kind of fix the audio on this, man, but go check this interview out. And like I said, man, if there's any kind of legs to this, and this is going to be the tell right here, guys. If these have double jointed elbows and you listen to that interview with SHART, you'll be like, it ain't the same company. Because this guy is clearly against it. Clearly. So say what you will about Reddit for news, but that's how bottom of the barrel it was today, guys. We can't stare at Cammy's ass one last time. You guys want? Because it is worth taking another gander at. God damn.
Just thinking about her, Ken. I just wish I had her. Sweet, Ken.
So, Mr. Simpson, you admit you grabbed her can. What do you have to say in your defense? Mr. Simpson, your silence will only incriminate you further. No, Mr. Simpson, don't take your anger out on me. Get back! Mr. Simpson, no! Dramatization may not have happened,